Did you know Google's sneaky built-in money-wasting traps, or as I like to call them, Google gotchas, quietly drain your ad budget, leaving your campaigns failing even before they've even launched? As someone like myself who has successfully managed over $30 million in Google ad spend over the last decade, I've discovered exactly how to avoid these Google gotchas. So make sure you stick around, because in this video, I'm going to show you my simple 5-step formula to delivering profitable campaigns twice as fast at half the cost. Check out this account. We launched it back here and instantly our campaigns started generating leads and sales and still consistently bring in leads simply by following our 5-step framework. Now, before we dive into this 5-step framework, to make it super easy for you, I've actually put together a free Google Ads gotcha guide which contains all of these sneaky money-wasting settings that Google have embedded in their Google Ads system, which are designed for you to spend more money. So make sure you download that so you can avoid making these mistakes. Now, before you even open up your Google Ads account and start creating your campaign, there's one critical question that you absolutely must ask yourself. Skipping this question is hands down one of the biggest mistakes I see businesses make with their advertising. And it's how much can I, or you rather, afford to pay per lead and still turn a profit? If you're not sure, let's break this down with a really quick example. Imagine you run a dental practice. Your average dental checkup costs about $300, but after you pay for your staff and various overheads like rent, your profit from that checkup might only be around $100. That means that each new patient that you acquire through your ads or leads is worth at least $100 to your business. So if it costs you more than $100 to acquire that new patient, your ads kind of aren't profitable. You're losing money. Now, obviously, this is a really simplified example because the actual value of a patient might be higher depending on the procedure that they choose. Plus, also, most dental patients return every 6 months, meaning you'll recoup your initial lead costs over time. But the point of this exercise is clear. You need to know at least at an approximate level of this number for your business first. Without it, you're not really advertising, you're kind of gambling. So take a moment right now and figure out what your number is, even if it's an educated guess, how much you are willing to pay to acquire a lead. And this will be your North Star, guiding your every decision that you make in managing your Google ad campaigns. Now, for those of you who are already running ads, how do you know exactly how much you're currently paying for a lead? So this brings me to step 2, which is setting up the right tracking to measure your lead costs. Think of it this way. Imagine running a marathon and you're trying to beat your personal best, but nobody's timing you. You have no clue if you're ahead, behind, or totally lost. So running Google Ads without proper conversion tracking is exactly like that. Google Ad will flood you with data, but without tracking conversions, you won't know which keywords actually generate you leads or sales. So here's what it looks like in an ad account where the proper tracking has been set up. So here we can see that in total they have spent $17,000, but they have generated 818 leads at a cost per lead of $20. Now this ad account is actually a dental practice, but we can clearly see what is working and what is draining the budget. So if we hadn't set up the tracking properly, we wouldn't be able to know if our overall account is profitable, but also at a granular level, which campaigns were performing the best, because we can see our cost per lead at a campaign level. So by setting up the tracking first, you'll make smarter, more profitable decisions from day one. Step 3 is to focus on the right keywords. One of the biggest mistakes people make is that they start their campaigns with really broad and general keywords like marketing or dentist or fitness. And you know what happens? They burn their budget really fast, getting loads of clicks from people who aren't even remotely close to buying. It's kind of like fishing. Broad keywords are like casting a wide net randomly in the ocean, hoping you'll catch the right fish. Instead, you want to focus on high intent, or in marketing speak, bottom of funnel keywords. Keywords that signal someone is ready to buy right now. It's like fishing exactly where the fish are biting. For example, going with our dental example, if we go after high intent keywords like dentist near me or emergency dentist and a location, these searches come from people who are actively looking to see a dentist instantly. They are ready, phone in hand. So Google Ads success comes down to matching your ads to buyers at that exact moment. Get this right and you'll see results faster and waste far less money. Now, here is a crazy statistic. The average conversion rate of a website is between 2.5% and 3%, meaning that over 97% of the people who come to your website don't even contact you. Now, maybe they got distracted, or they just weren't ready, or maybe they needed a little bit more convincing, which kind of leads me to step 4, which is following up on the 97% of people who didn't convert with ads. So we've all visited a website before, left without buying, and then suddenly you see their ads everywhere you go on the internet. Now, that is called retargeting, and it's one of the smartest, most profitable tactics that you can use in Google Ads. Retargeting gently reminds visitors why they were interested in the first place in your business, pulling them back to your site to hopefully finish where they left off and ultimately complete the purchase. And if you think about it, in step 3, we were bidding on very high intent keywords, sending the right people, that is people who are ready to take action, to our website. And then in step 4, we're following up with this perfect audience. So think of retargeting as catching visitors who slipped away and bringing them back before they're gone for good. Even a small retargeting budget can recover sales you'd otherwise lose completely. And I'm actually a really big fan of retargeting on more than one platform, so your ads show up everywhere for someone. What I mean is retargeting your ads on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So if you want to learn how to do that, I actually have a short course on exactly this, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. And this brings us to our final and 5th step, which is optimizing your account. Advertising online is really not set and forget. So think of your ad campaigns like a garden. If you plant seeds and never water or prune them, well, the weeds quickly take over and suddenly your garden stops growing. This is exactly the same with Google Ads. Optimization is simply about identifying what's not working so you can stop wasting that money and then shifting that budget towards what is already working so you can scale your results faster. If you're not sure exactly how to do this, I've actually got you covered. I've created a short video that walks you through this simple, proven 3-step optimization process. I'll put a link in the description and make sure you check it out. It's quick, easy, and it will help you continually improve your ad performance so you get much better results month after month. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out our website, teachtraffic.com. And if you like this video, don't forget, hit that thumbs icon and subscribe. Thanks for watching.